Hey everyone, it's Gary the Google Guy here. I thought I'd let you know about a few updates that Google Slides has made to their application. First off, let's show you what they've done with the insert image icon. If you look to the top, middle, and just maybe a little bit to the left of my screen, you'll notice our image icon. Now you'll also notice that just to the right of that, there is now a little arrow. And if we click on that, it will pull up a menu where we can quickly upload something to our computer, search the web, add something from Drive or Photos, or even by a URL. Now you'll also notice this new menu appear when you go to the Insert menu, into the image icon, the menu pops out to the right. That's one change. Another new piece that they have added to Google Slides is you can now access things and add things from your Google Keep, which is another application connected to your Google account. Now, the cool part about this, and if you're not familiar with Google Keep, it's a great little program to be able to capture and organize ideas, take notes. You can share them with people. You can organize them with labels and all sorts of great stuff with that. So if you haven't used Google Keep, highly encourage you to look at that. So to access things from your Google Keep that maybe you see when you're on the fly and you want to use them at a later date, we can go up to the top and middle of our screen to our Tools menu, and we're going to access our Keep Notepad. Now you'll see I've got some different things here within my Google Keep, whether they are notes, whether they are images that I've added, and so on. So let's say I'm needing a couple of things here. So maybe with this slide deck, I want to add this image that is a pie chart, and I want to add this staff numbers piece. Well, we can do a couple of things here. So I've got one slide here that's down in the middle of my deck. I'm just going to grab that, and you'll see that I've already inserted these. Now I can also just say, you know what, I want to add this from my Google Keep. Go to the right side panel, click, and we can drag and add that right into our pane. We can do whatever we want with that little bit and add it to a slide deck that way or whatever. So you can add that information that way. Now another thing that we could do is we could add an image like my chart. I can click and just drag that in. And now I can go ahead and maybe resize that, and I could put this somewhere in my chart as well. And maybe that's what I want to do. So a couple of things that you can do there. Now the last thing that you can do that they have just updated in Google Slides, and I think this is really neat, is the ability to link slides and link your data. So for example, I want to use this presentation in another presentation, but I don't want to have to tweak information every time. So let's use our staff members slide here as an example. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the left, and I'm going to copy this slide. So we're going to duplicate, or we can do copy, either way. And then we can go to our other slides lesson that I've changed the name on, maybe tweak some things here. And what I want to do is I'm going to insert this just at the top side here, and we're going to paste. We're going to put that slide inside here, and then you'll see a new option pop up of link slides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link them, and I'm going to link the data, meaning that if the data changes in one, I can quickly do an update to it in another. So we're going to say link slides. So now this slide is linked to our previous slide, and you'll see in the upper right corner our link slide option. Now let me go back to our other slide deck, our initial. I'm going to change some numbers here. So let's go ahead and let's change this one to, instead of 3157, let's just do 3567. Let's change this data to 2050. And let's change this data to, instead of 1111, to 1122. So let's say that's my staff numbers that have changed and updated. Now, later on, I've gone ahead and said I want to use this previous slide deck, but it has that old data. So now what I can do is, being that that is linked, you'll see in the upper right hand corner, I have my option to update. Now I can click on update, I can unlink it, or I can go to an open source. If I click on update, watch my numbers. They automatically update to the data that I had changed in my previous slide. So this can be a great feature for you, that if you are copying and pasting slides into another deck and you want certain data to constantly be updated, thumbs up to this. Just to add another couple of updates here to it, Down in the bottom left hand corner, you're going to see another new addition to the menu where you can now go to the left side and see a stack of your slides, or you now have the option to go into a tiled or a grid view to view all your slides as thumbnails. Also, up at the very top under Insert, you will see the option for Insert Diagram. Let me just get out of this just to make that a little darker. Insert Diagram is brand new. And then another thing which I find really helpful is now you can go to any slide, right click, and it will give you the option to skip a slide when presenting. So if you click on that, it will just say that it's not visible, and then when you go ahead and present your slide deck, and we go to our next slide, you'll notice it skipped that one where we added the chart to. So that's another helpful feature that can add there. So a bunch of great new features and upgrades that have been added to Google Slides to help you create better presentations. Until next time, everyone, this is Gary the Google Guy, signing off.